And Shalom, Yahweh Shem Yahshua Barakatam, so the brother, Shalom Yahweh Shamar, Atam Bashim Yahshua, all the sisters, Ayash, Katie, and Soda, the Lashawan Qadash class. Today we are going to focus on this again, just continuing Psalms 121 as far as the breakdown, because this is one of the prayers that we read into with all the classes that we do. All right, except for Lashawan Qadash, but we are going to talk about it right now. So, every Tuesday, Wednesday, Saturday, things that it's just any class that we do mostly, we incorporate all the prayers that we have, for the UPK. And Psalms 121 is the second prayer that we are going into, all right? We already went into the Lord's Prayer. If you want to see the Lord's Prayer again, just let me know. We can go over that again. That's no issue. That's no problem. Otherwise, right now, we are going to go over Psalms 121. We went over it last week, but we are going to actually recap, okay? So, of course, as you know, let's pretty much get into it. But before we get into it, make sure that you pay your tithes. Make sure also, too, that you share the content for those that love language and enjoy the language class and things of that sort. So make sure that you, tag people as you're sharing as well, okay? So, this word right here, right? So we have it in the Hebrew. Last week we talked about how we're only just going to have it in the Hebrew. We are not going to have it in the Assyrian, all right? That's for a certain purpose because we're trying to, minimize or pretty much trying to, be cautious of the space that we have on the board. So we only just doing it in the Hebrew for time being. And also, too, the ancient Hebrew is the most important to focus on versus the Assyrian. So we have Asha'ah, okay? Asha'ah, which means, so the I means what again? I. It means I, and the Sha'ah means what?
Live.
Live, right. You feel me? Which means I live, okay? Now, what is the next word?
Yeah.
Yep, so I would just say all together faster.
Yeah.
Ayanya. Yep, ayanya. Ayanya.
Yeah.
Now, of course, anytime that there's a line in between here, so, okay, what is the prefix and the suffix? You know?
It's a prefix, it's a suffix.
Think of the word
any and a beginning.
Say it again.
Any and a beginning.
Swap it.
Prefix, suffix.
No. You kind of said it backwards, so I do the opposite of it. So say the opposite.
So then prefix?
No. Do the opposite.
The beginning and the end?
So which one is the beginning and which one is the end?
Beginning is the prefix, I think.
The beginning is the prefix, so what is the suffix?
The end.
There you go. So the pre would be the I, right?
Yeah.
And the suffix would be the sha'ah.
Right.
There you go. All right. So that goes for everything. Always. Okay. Anytime you see a line divided, you have a prefix and a suffix necessarily. Okay. So for example, ayan is I, as in your actual I. Yep.
Yeah.
And ya is going to be my, which is a suffix, which is my as in my possession. This is mine, like M-I-N-E, or this is, or otherwise my, my brother. This is my brother. My sister. This is my sister. All right. So, like for example, how you would say that in Hebrew, instead of saying ak, which is brother, you say akya. Akya means my brother. Now it sounds backwards because the ya is my at the end, but ak would be at the front. No sweat. That's how Hebrew is, right? So akya is my brother.
Akya.
Yeah, akya. Akya. There you go, yep. And how you say sister in Hebrew is akwa. Yep. If you want to write this down, you got your paper pen. If you've got paper, pen, it's very important to write down because we are going to get into a lot of things today. All right. Yeah. So I'll actually, matter of fact, I'll just go ahead and write it out for you.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll write it out for you. So me and you gotta go based off my words. All right. You know, second here. All right. So this is Ak right here, right? Which means brother. Ak means brother.
You brother.
Yep. Yep. Hey, also too, when a man is over you who has rank, you always want to say Adawan.
All of them.
Yeah, Adawan. I'll write that out for you. But otherwise, if you do this like this, yeah, that means my brother.
Yeah. Okay.
This is Aqua, which makes it more feminine. Aqua,
Aqua.
which means sister. Now, Aquathia means my sister. And the key word is this right here. The yeah.
Yeah.
That's what changes it. So Ak means brother.
Yeah.
Akia means my brother.
Aqua.
Aqua means sister.
Aqua. Yeah.
Aquathia means my sister. Mm-hmm. I'll let you write that down, but I'm going to go ahead and erase that. So you got Ak, which is AHCH, brother. Akia, which is AHCH, which is brother. Then a YA, which is the my brother.
Why, yeah.
And then the Aquath, which is AHCH, WATH, Aquath. Aquath. There you go, yep, sister. Aquath, yeah, which is just a yeah connected.
Yeah.
Yeah, Aquath, my sister.
Yes. My sister.
Yep. So you got that all written down?
Yeah. Yeah, I got all that.
All right, no sweat, no sweat. All right. I'll go ahead and erase that and let's move forward. All right, so back to this. Asha'a, which means I lift.
Yeah.
Ayanya, which is Ayan is I, Ya is my. Then we have the next one, which is what? Oh, there you go. That's perfect how you said that. It means unto. Now, you want to be very careful because all doesn't always mean unto. It has many different definitions, but it's unto based on the context. All right. So, what is the next one?
ha, yum,
Haharim.
yum,
Yep, haharim. So you say ha, harim, haharim.
yum.
There you go. That's perfect. Yes. So ha means what?
The hills.
Oh no.
I mean,
Ha. The or the. However you want to say it. Some people say the. Some people say the. It's the same thing. The or the, and then harim is what?
hill, mountains.
If hills or mountains. In this sense, it's going to be hills. All right. If I'm not mistaken. Actually, better yet, look at the prayers and you tell me best. Does it say hills or mountains? When you look underneath Harim, or better yet, look at the English.
Unto the hills. It's
Well,
rail.
Well, that's it. You said hills or mountains.
Hills.
It's hills. There you go. Okay. So that lets you know that it's hills. So the reason why that we put it up here because it can either mean hills or mountains because it's really the same thing. But to be exact, it's going to be hills. Okay. So what is it? The next word?
Oh, okay. Yim. Yim. Yim.
Mayan.
Yim.
Yeah, Mayan. Yeah,
Ma-
with an N, not an M. So it's
yeah.
N as in
Yim.
Nancy. So N as in Nancy, not M as in Manny.
Yim.
So Mayan. So what does Mayan mean?
From.
What does Ma mean?
From.
Mm-hmm.
Yim. Where?
Mm-hmm. Okay, so now, all right, let's see here. Let's see here. I mean, I was gonna say, if you want to, you go ahead and write this down too. All right, because this is very important. So if I was you, I would encourage you to do this one, right? Write out the Hebrew, the English, and the definition underneath. So exactly how you see it on the board, write it on paper. If I was you. But we are going to go step by step, so I can give you time, so I don't rush you for you. Okay?
Okay.
Yep. Because I want to be fair. So I will start off with Asha. I'm going to go in order. All right. Let's start off with Asha. And then you can go all the way up until Mayan. Yep. So write out Asha all the way to Mayan. Stop there, and then we will continue the next words. In the meantime, just give me a second. Let me just borrow this from you, if you don't mind, sir. All right, so for those that's watching online, once again, we have went over the Lord's Prayer, which you can find in Matthew 6, 8 through 13. Otherwise, Psalms 121 is what we're going over right now. In the future, we will be going over Hakah, which is the power. Otherwise, Bless Israel, which is after that. Psalms 83, which is after that, which will take some time because that is the longest prayer that we have. And then the power structures. Now, the power structures, we are working in UPK, some brothers specifically, is working on translating this into the Hebrew and translating it into the English. All right. So stay tuned for that. Otherwise, we got some, some content for you guys that we are going to get into. All right.
Yeah.
How far are you?
Uh,
Mhm. I was going to say, you ain't got to brush it off. We have nothing but time. You good, you good.
okay.
Yeah, so, for the brother, Dwayne, that said, he's going to go ahead and rush, no sweat. Go ahead and take your time because this is a learning experience. This is a process. This is not something that we expect anybody to know off the hand. And this ain't college. This is not high school where the teachers and professors want you to pretty much write everything down pretty fast and get it down pat. No sweat. Take your time, man. Take your time. You know what I mean? If you have any questions, concerns, that's fine. And we have patience when it comes to your questions, your answers, and also taking notes. All right? And which is perfect, by the way. And also, too, Dwayne, make sure that you got your characters correct.
The everything.
You go, yeah. So if it's like this, if when it's underneath, or like that, you want to make sure that's perfect underneath. Because that's going to help you study a little bit better. So everything that you see on the board, just write it down how you see it. Don't do nothing different on the paper. Just write it the same way on the paper. Yeah, so you want to write everything that you see on the board exactly the same way on your paper. All right, and just let me know when you're done once you get to my
I'm done in my right there.
Yeah, my right here. Yep.
Yeah.
Ooh, I'm sorry. Yep. Just go ahead and take your time. Yeah, there are some people from last week who did not see the actual live, so we are going to go ahead and recap so people can actually see what was done from last week. Once again, if anybody got any questions or concerns, you go ahead and ask your question or concern in the chat.
Okay, I write that down.
Mhm.
Yeah. That's one right. That's on fifth. That's the last one.
Mm-hmm.
Because
You done?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So you went all the way to Miami, right?
Yes, sir.
And so, all right. So far what we have is Asha'a, which means I live. Ayanya, which is I, or it's like my eye. It's kind of loop backwards, but my eye. All, which is unto. Paharium, the hills or mountains. But it's going to be the hills based on the English. Mayan, it should be where from, okay? So it's going to be where from, not from where, all right? Now, let's get into the next word. How do you pronounce the next word? So, wait, first things first, what is this? So if I cover this up, right? What is this?
That's Ya,
Uh-huh.
Ra. I mean, Ba.
You are very close. You said it. You said but. You said it's a what?
It's Ba.
But, uh-huh.
Ha.
So, how would you say this word? How would you pronounce it?
Ya, Ba, Ha.
Yaba'a.
Ya, Ba, Ha.
Yeah, but it's possible you can say it a little faster.
Ya, Ba, Ha.
There you go. Perfect, perfect. There you go. Yaba'a. All right. Ya means what? Or ya, I'm sorry, not
He.
ya, but ya.
He.
Yeah, so it's ya. Ya means he. And usually when they say, okay, in certain contexts, he is talking about a male, right?
Yeah.
But also, what can he also be talking about? I mean, okay, as far as the word he, and what category could that be talking about besides a singular male?
Mhm.
So if I say he as in he, Dwayne, right? You are a singular person, meaning it's you by yourself, right?
Yeah.
But if I say he as in capital H and an E,
Mhm.
what am I saying?
It's plural.
Most high Christ. There you go. Yes. So it's talking about more than just one person. That's what it's speaking about. There you go. That's perfect. Absolutely perfect. That's what it's talking about. All right. Okay. So now he come. So ba'a means come. So also too, ba'a is another key word that we use for the vocabulary. And there was actually a lot more definitions for that, which we pretty much went over not too long ago.
Oh.
So did you take notes as far as all the 51 or 50 vocab words?
Yeah, I got someone I have to find.
Okay, so yeah, so ba'a, of course, is one of the vocab words. So tell me what the next word is.
Yeah.
Yep, next one, yep.
After Ya. Azar. Ya. After Isaiah.
Isaiah.
Azariah.
Isaiah. Yep. Which
Right.
Isaiah means what?
Help.
What does that mean?
My.
Right, so my help. And then of course I got it right here one more time because if you look at the actual prayers, it says it twice.
Yeah.
It says it twice. So I need you to grab the actual prayers. I want you to see for yourself.
Isaiah.
Do you see it twice?
I see it one.
Mm-hmm.
Ya Baha. Isaiah. Isaiah. Yeah, two times.
There you go. Yep. It's Isaiah. Isaiah. Isaiah means help. Yeah means my, which means my help. Isaiah means my help. All right. That's what that means. So, and that's why you have to line the Bible. Okay.
All right.
Yep. So I'll let you write that down. Now you don't have to write it down twice. So once you write it down the first time, you write parentheses. So I'll show you how to write it on your paper, right?
Okay.
So we write it just like this. Of course, write it into the Hebrew. first and into the English. This is how you write it. This is how I would write it on piece of paper.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So I write it just like this. Isar, which means so, yeah, means line. And I would just do it just like this. That's the parenthesis, an X, and a 2, and then the parenthesis. Because it says it 2 times, there's no sense of writing it twice. Just put an X and a 2, which means that it's going to say it again.
I sure, yeah.
Isar, yeah.
Yeah.
And that's the whole purpose of the line, to separate it. So start with this one. So this is what again?
Isar,
Isar.
yeah.
So put it all together.
I saw, yeah.
Isarga.
I saw, yeah.
Yep, there you go, yep. Kind of add in the words and then it's all good. Don't sweat it. I have to learn the same way, because that's what pretty much I was doing too. I was adding words to the Hebrew that was not there. And this is why these classes are very important, so that way we can learn how to pronounce things correctly as far as the Hebrew and how to write it out correctly as well. Also, too, although we don't, focus on the Syrian too much, the same thing. The same thing that we're doing for the Hebrew, we do for the Syrian as well. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and erase that. Just give me one second. I'll play that. All right, so like for that, all right, let's go ahead and erase this now. All right, so doing it, what is next? After the 2 Azaria, it's next.
My iron.
Perfect, there you go. That's what I'm talking about. Most sign first. Perfect. Say it one more time.
My iron.
My iron. There you go. Most sign first. Hey, see, look, you've been here for what? A few months now?
Yeah.
And so I already started to register. My iron. My iron is how you pronounce it, yes. Perfect. And what does my iron mean?
From.
It means from. And there is no prefix or suffix necessarily. Now, if you wanted to divide it up, there is an actual Hebrew word for ma and Hebrew word for iron. But it doesn't need to be separated because that's the actual word. Now, as you know, ma means from, right? You see ma right here, it means from, and then you see ma'ayin, which means from. Now, there are a lot of words that have similar definitions or the same definition to words, even in English. We all know that. We all know that. So, yes, it means from. As far as the context of the actual Psalms 121. All right? Just let me know when you're done. If you need a pen, also too, just let me know. All right.
got yeah, how
So, you have the year by itself.
what?
Okay, so the year is by itself. How about the her? Is the her by itself? So you got the year. The year is by itself. How about the her? Yeah. So it's the next one right next to it.
I see her. As far as yes.
So I'm saying the year, which is the YA, right?
Yeah.
That's by itself.
Okay, because the parenthesis is closed.
Right. So okay. So for example, right? This means open parenthesis. This is closed parenthesis. So the year is by itself, yes or no?
Yeah.
How about the year? I'm sorry, so like the year is by itself, how about the her? Is it by itself, yes or no? What, okay, but you gotta pay attention to this a little bit more. Is the year by itself, yes or no?
Yeah.
You say yes?
No, I just pronounce it, yeah. But, yes.
Okay, how about the her? Is it by itself, yes or no?
Yeah.
Okay, you are correct. As far as the what and the her, is it by itself, yes or no?
No.
Why is that? Because it's connected.
So the parenthesis going that way, that's when it's connected. And when it's turned up.
Okay,
And break it down. And
I'm gonna show you. Okay, it's all good. I'm gonna show you. So, if it looks like this, right?
yeah.
This is called, or better yet, just so it's not confusing, one second. Okay. Open. Close. All right. Open, closed. Look at it, and it's called characters, by the way. These are called characters,
Mm-hmm.
all right? Those are called characters. So, you have open and you have closed. This right here, one is open, boom, boom, open. Because it goes like this.
When they open it, means you stand alone.
Yes, if it's open, it's by itself.
By itself. Okay.
If it's open, it's by itself. All right. If it's together, it's connected. Meaning, it's something. Okay, just think about it. If something is together, connected, that's someone else is with you.
Okay.
All right. If that helps you out. Okay. Just let me know when done.
Oh, okay.
Huh?
I'm done.
All right. Listen. So, All right. So of course this is open. This is closed. All right. So we'll go ahead and erase that. All right. So you wrote down Miami, right? Miami, right?
Yeah, I got mine.
All right. All right. That's it. All right. Which means from. So what is the next one?
Yeah, how?
All right. I'm sweat. Okay. What's on Christ? So I asked you that again. Just make sure that you know. And Yahweh means what?
The Lord made.
Yep. So you know what T and H means? So what is another name for Yahweh? What else do we call him besides God?
Most High Christ.
The Most High. The Most High. There you
The
go.
Most High.
So T stands for the, M stands for most, and H stands for high. The Most High. We abbreviate it. We shorten it. All right? The Most High. Okay?
The Most High.
Mm-hmm. The Most High. Are you understand?
Yeah.
All right. So, all right. So, what is the next one?
Hashem.
Try it one more time.
Asherah. Asherah.
There's no R in there. I shot.
Asherah.
I shot, dude.
I
I shot. What does I shot mean?
made.
Made, which is M-A-D-E, as in something was created or made. That's what I shot.
Asherah.
I shot. There you go. Yeah. Also, too, there's a brother by the name of I shot in the school. I believe he's from South Carolina. Very, very zealous, diligent brother. You know what I mean? All right. I shot. You know what I mean? He's a very hilarious brother too, by the way. You know, he got a lot of funny, good spirit brothers in the UK.
Oh.
Yeah. So his name is I shot. All right, which means made. But of course, I shot has more than just one definition. Of course, according to the context, that's what it means right now, which is made. But of course, it means something else completely different as far as the brother in the school. Just to throw that out there. All right, just let them know we done with that, and we'll just keep it rolling. All right.
Oh.
All right.
So Mariam. So. Yeah.
Say it again.
Shemariam.
Shemai.
So
So say sh
Shah
and say my.
my am.
So say it all together.
Shemayim.
Shemai.
Shemayim.
Yeah. So Shemayim.
Shemayim.
Yeah. So what does Shem mean?
Like.
Yeah, liken unto something or like as. What does Mayim mean? Mayim.
Water.
Water or
Heaven.
there you go. Son of Christ. Yes. That's what that means. All right. Yep. You got it. You got it. Son of Christ. Now, also to the Wayne, if you want to do it in the Syrian, that's up to you.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm just doing it in the Hebrew for now.
Oh, let's see. Earth.
Hmm?
That's how do you spell Earth? It's E-A. Okay, I see.
So B-A-R-T-H. So have you went on to the next word already?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, first I will break it down for you before you write it down yourself. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So how do you say how you say this word?
Ratasa.
Wa'aratasa. Yeah. That's perfect. That's perfect. Yes, absolutely. Wa'aratasa. So of course, aratasa is a word by itself, right? What does what mean?
And
Right, which is it's a prefix, and then the suffix, so to speak, would be aratasa, which means earth or heaven. So what it really means, so aratasa, I want you to write this down. So aratasa, right? This is really what it means. All right, which means earth, country, earth, country, or land. Right. Aratasa means earth, country, or land. All right. Now, of course, with the context, Aratasa is going to be earth or heaven. All right.
mm-hmm.
Based on the context. Some people might be very confused why it says heaven, but heaven, earth, it can be very synonymous with each other. Okay. It could be pretty synonymous with each other. All right. Okay. So
It's down. I wrote it down.
say it again.
I wrote it down.
Alright, that's what Aratazar, yeah. That's exactly what Aratazar means. Earth, country, land. Yeah. Aratazar. Yeah. Also too, I can show you something. I, you got the I, you got the Ra, and Tazar.
Come
And if you think about it too, they're all by themselves. So for example, you got the I, right? You got the Ra, which is by itself right here, right?
come
And then you got the Tazar,
to the.
which is right here. They're all by themselves. Aratazar. All right. So we'll get set real quick. All right. What is next, Dewan? You tell me. I'll let you be the teacher today. So we started right here.
Wow.
What's next?
All.
All right. And what's all mean?
1, 2.
All right. That's correct. You got the I and you got the La. When you put it together, it's going to be all. I'll let you write that down. Also, too, when you write that down, make sure that you put the dash right here, too.
I got it.
Yep, I got it. All right, that's what, all right. I'll let you know why that's so important as well.
Okay, I got it out.
Okay, no sweat. All right, so. All right, so. So what is the next one? And by the way, did you put the dash in it?
Yeah, I got it out.
All right, most sacrifice. So, okay, just to explain the dash. The dash is what you're gonna see in the Tanakh. If you don't know what the Tanakh is, that's gonna be the book that we read the Hebrew in every Saturday, which is called the Sabbath service. Okay? So, when you go into also like you know also too. Okay. When you go into the Tanakh, you might see lines. Let's see. All right. So when it comes to the actual Hebrew and the Tanakh, you might see a line, which is a dash, going towards another word. That means that this word that's right here before is going to be similar in some type of way to this word, okay? Or it's going to be in a connection to this word. But does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, just make sure, all right? Just make sure that does not make any goddamn sense, but it makes sense. So this word right here is going to make a connection to this next word that's next to it. There you go. That's the best way I can explain this to you, all right? So, good. Let's keep going. So this word is what again?
All, you talking about,
This one, the next one.
okay. Yadam,
Say it again.
Yadam,
Yathan.
Yadam, okay, yeah.
Yathan, yeah. Also, yeah, you said it right. Which means what?
Yadam, allow,
Allow, yeah. Meaning that you allow this, you allow that. That's what Yathan means.
Yadam,
That's what Yathan means. Allow.
allow, okay.
And for those that's watching, if you can't see it, just let me know. All right? We'll get to it. You got it?
Yeah, I got it.
Are you still on
You, Yadam,
Yathan? Okay,
next
okay. That's what, okay. So, how would you pronounce the next one?
one. Lamawak, Lamawak,
Lama Watts.
Lamawak,
Perfect. Absolutely perfect. Now, do you see how it's divided, right?
yes.
So, what is La?
Allow to
Which means two, yeah. What is Mawat?
move,
Move. That's like you move something or you move somebody, right?
right.
So, that being said, we have the La, which is by itself, the Ma by itself, the Wa and the Ta is together, which Wat. W-A-T, and the A drops off with a T. All right?
Okay,
Yeah, you see that?
yeah.
And also too, if you always, I mean, if you believe that something is wrong up here, you can always just let me know. 'Cause I mean, sometimes I go through it fast. Like when I study my Hebrew, I go through it a little bit fast, and I might just, make a mistake. All right. So that does look correct to you, don't it?
Mm-hmm.
Most times close. All right. Mama Watts. Yep. Got the la, the ma, the wa, and the ta. Mama Watts. Oh, you already done?
Yeah.
All right. So where's the next one?
Ra, ra, ga, ragaka,
Regalka.
ragaka.
Regalka, which means what?
Foot, ra, ka, foot and ka, your foot,
There you go. Your foot. All right.
ra, ga, ka.
Mm-hmm. Got it. All right. Yeah. Regalka. So you got the You got this one, which is what? Is it by itself or is it together?
Yeah, what?
You got it. No sweat. Take your time now. Okay. So you got the ra,
It's by itself.
it's by itself, and then you got the ga,
Cause
and then you got the la.
that's that's connected
There you go, which means it is together.
together.
And then how about the ka?
It's by itself.
Most sign Christ. So how you say it again? All together?
Raka, raka,
Rakal.
raka,
There you go.
raka,
Which means your foot. Your foot. There you go. The sign Christ.
Ready for the next one.
Alright, so what's next then?
All.
So now have you noticed that all has changed from the other alls, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's based off of what?
I know it's closed.
So, okay, it's not really about that, it's based on the context.
Context.
Context, there you go, yeah, it's context, all right? So all, and so all, so in the Hebrew, what makes up the word all?
And the Hebrew is the word all.
Mm-hmm. So, okay, look, so for example, what is this?
All.
So it's I,
All. La.
and la. You see how these are connected?
Yeah.
As you see, there's A and L, right?
Mm-hmm.
Something dropped off, the H dropped off with the I, the A dropped off with the la, right?
Right.
The only thing is, the context changed. That's the only thing that's changed. All, unto, the same thing, I and la is still together, but the context have changed. Let's keep going. You have it wrote it down yet?
Yeah.
You gotta write it down, you gotta put never, all right?
I got it.
You got it,
Yeah.
And just let me know when you're done. You gotta write the Hebrew, the English, and the definition.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's it. Yeah. Na Riam. Yeah. Na Riam. Yeah. Na Wam.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Na Wam. Yeah. Na Wam.
Yeah, not one.
Na Wam.
Now, question, have you wrote this down? Have you wrote this down?
Yeah, that's down. I got that. Yeah.
Okay, so you got the Hebrew, you got the English,
Yeah.
and you got the definition.
And the definition.
Okay, all right, okay. And what is the definition of owl again?
Okay. Anaya, he,
No. What is the definition of owl?
never.
Okay, all right. Now, the reason why I'm telling you to write all this down, is we are going to use this in the future. And I need you to keep the same notes. And so that way I can quiz and test brothers and sisters.
Okay.
Because if they don't have it, it lets you know that they did not pay attention or write it down.
All right.
All right. So next one. Also too, did you put a dash?
Yeah.
No sign across. All right. So Yanawam. What does Yanawam mean?
Yeah. Wrong. He slumber.
So what does Ya mean again?
He
All right. He as in plural or singular?
singular.
Nope.
Plural.
Plural. You want to see why? I'll show you. This is singular as far as okay. That's not gonna work. All right. 1 second. All right. This is he. That's singular. As far as Hebrew. And it's bold like this. This is plural. Plural. Right? Plural. He is like, oh yeah, he, that guy over there. But when it's a bold letter across H and the E, it's plural. He meaning they. Okay? He meaning they. That's what it's talking about. All right? All right. That should be understandable. Okay? So, and what is Ya means what again?
Yeah.
It means,
He
what is Nawam mean?
Wrong. Slumber.
Slumber, which another word for slumber is what?
Sleep.
There you go. Yep. Sleep. What's the next word?
Rock. Shamaka.
Mm-hmm.
Shamaka.
Mm-hmm.
Shamaka.
Mm-hmm. Got shut, which is by itself.
Right.
You got the mud and the rub, which is together. You got the cub, which is by itself. So, what does shamar mean?
Shamar wash.
That's right. That's why we say security. Shamar in every department in UPK. When we say shamar, it means security or watch. That's what it means. Ka means your, which is a suffix. All right? That's why there's a divided line right there. because it means a suffix. All right.
Mm-hmm.
So just let me know when you know. Actually, while you're doing that, you might as well write down the next one as well.
I use the restroom.
All right. Cool. Just make sure that you're not. Make sure that you're not. All right.
Homework.
Okay. So have you wrote down this one right there? Right? And now?
Yes,
So you got Shamarka, you got Kana.
put it all down.
Go ahead, take your time now.
Of these words.
So you stopped at Shamar, correct?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So now you write Hana. You write that down, right? Hana, right?
The last one?
Yeah, right here. The one
Yeah,
that's
I got that down. I wrote that down, sir.
All right. So you already got it down?
I wrote it. Yeah, all that's down.
All right, no, sir. All right, so now let's move on to here right here. So here's this right here. Oh, I'm sorry, my bad. I'm so sorry.
No, you good.
Here's that right there.
La.
Which is you said La.
Yeah.
There you go. LAAH. And then both by itself, which means La'a. You know what La'a means?
La.
Okay. How do you say no in English? So I know that sounds very funny to say that. What is another way to say no in English?
No. Hold on. Stop.
Okay, how about nah? Nah.
Nah. Nah.
NAH, right? Or in Spanish they say nada, nada, which is NADA. That's another way of saying it, right? La means no or not. Okay. So
No.
no or not. That's what la means.
Voila.
Voila. It's on first. That's good. I see your learning is really, comprehending.
Thank you.
Well,
Thank you,
so
sir.
say it again.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, underbar, absolutely. You know what the underbar means, right?
We have it.
Ayan the bar.
Ayan. That's
You're
hard.
welcome. Ayan the bar means you're welcome.
Yeah.
So in a second, I'll spell it out for you, okay?
Okay.
No sweat, no sweat. And as you see, each word, or it's like each letter is by itself. You got the wa and then la. Now the thing is, what I'm going to have to do, I'm going to have to separate it. Because the wa is a prefix, and then la is a suffix, which means that it's by itself. Okay? So wa means and, as in A and D. La, which is right here, means no or not. That's what it means. All right? All right. La means no or not. Wa means and. That means like wa. And la means no or not.
No. Wow.
Mm-hmm. All right. Yep. So just let me know when you know that.
Yeah. 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 I'm ready for the next one.
So this is
Yeah, yeah, nah.
that's perfect. Yes, you're absolutely right. It's gonna be Yashan.
Yeah.
Again,
Yeah, Sean.
and then you're gonna have SHA, and then N. The A on the no, it's not gonna be there. Yashan. And what does Yashan mean?
Yeah.
Probably don't know, but we are gonna have to separate it, okay? So, give me a second here. What do you think yeah means?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be a prefix. You have a prefix of yeah, you have a suffix of yeah as well.
Oh, no, yeah.
Okay. It is in your notes.
I know. He.
Okay. You said what?
He.
There you go. Most High Christ. Yes, that's perfect. All right. Actually, it's about let me yes, let me be here. What do you think Yeshua means?
Yeah, Sean.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Sean.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Sean.
Mm-hmm.
Not total. Sean.
Okay, I'll just give you some help. Yeshua means deep, deep sleep.
He sleep.
Mm-hmm. Sounds crazy, but that's what it is.
You know how crazy.
Yeshua means deep sleep. Slap. Deep slumber is the same thing as deep sleep to me. Right. Yeah. Mm, right, there you go. Yeah. Deep sleep. That's what it means. Right.
Okay.
Next one. Press I, which is just, you know, right there.
Shaw Mark.
Mm-hmm.
Shaw Mark.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Drop the A at the end.
Mm-hmm.
Shaw Mark.
Now, you know what Shawar means?
I heard it. Wait with me, sir.
1 second, see what I do. Okay, 1 second. As far as the class, we'll focus on that next week. We ain't gotta worry about that right now. Let's focus on the last one. So. Alright, so we know that's Lashawan, right?
Shah or
Mar.
Mar.
Yep. And this is going to be the keyword, which is what? So we know Shamar. So let's say that the W-A is not in it, right? The what?
Mm-hmm.
The Sh and the Mar means watch.
Or Shamar.
Yeah, Shamar means watch.
Say Shamar.
Yeah, Shamar means watch. Now, Shamar or Shawamar means watching. Okay? That's what it means. All right. All right, watching. That's what it means.
Shamar.
Yep.
Shamar.
Shawamar.
Shah or
Shawamar means watching.
Shamar. What does Shamar mean?
Huh?
Shamar and Shamar.
So Shamar means watch. Shawamar means like the exact definition. It means I am watching. With Shawamar in this context, it means watching. So how he would say it is Anya. Anya means I. Shawamar means watching. So Anya Shawamar would be I am watching. So that's what that would mean. So just let me know when you're done with that.
Done.
Oh, okay, my son, all right. Okay, all right. So, all right, so then, well, of course, we just went over and recap as far as Psalms 121. Just going over the basics. We have a lot more to go through. Just to break it all the way down. You want to stay tuned until next week as we get into the rest of Psalms 121. That way, we can just break it all the way down and make sense and actually read into the Hebrew to match it all the way up to let, brothers and sisters that are watching know that, this is that ancient Hebrew and that this is all, the same and matches up. Now, as far as the Yiddish, right?
Mm-hmm.
When it comes to the Yiddish, it's not accurate. When it comes to the ancient Hebrew, it's very much accurate.
Yiddish European.
Say it again?
Yiddish is European.
Yep, absolutely. Yep. Yeah, So with that being said, catch us next week. I want to say shalom. Yahweh Shem Shabbat. Shalom, Yahweh Shamar. Alatam Hashem Hashara and sister. That being said, shalom.
So.
Fuck it up.